What's going on, everyone? This is Preheat, and I wanted to make a video about the recent surge of questions about crit stacking and the crit build for Antorus. So there's a lot of hype around this build, and a lot of people are, questioning whether or not stacking crits coming back since Emerald Nightmare. What's the deal? We're not stacking haste master anymore. What's going on? What's viable? What's not viable? So I've been playing the crit build, if you want to call it, for about a month now. Basically since Antorus came out. I've been trying to reach a certain crit cap. I've been playing with the stats. I've been playing with, what's good, what's not good. And I've come across my, I've got my 4 set here. So I've gotten to the point where I can actually start seeing whether or not it's viable, whether or not it works with the 4 set. And so far, I've been really happy with the crit build. I'm just going to speak strictly on single target encounters and just like patchworks type fights. I'm going to give you my impressions of it, tell you what I like about it, tell you what I don't like about it. And yeah, hopefully you guys get some knowledge and some, some idea of what it's like. So basically, since I've been playing with this build, I've been really enjoying it. It's a lot of fun to play with. If you guys remember in, Nighthold and in Tomb of Sargeras, so we were constantly trying to fish for pyro procs with our fireballs, right? And the fact that we were stacking mastery and haste and, versatility and just not crit made it so that we were just constantly trying to build up a big ignite. But if we didn't have our combustion up, our damage was kind of shit. We'd pop our combustion, huge damage. Outside of combustion, we were just like complete poop. So I've been really enjoying the fact that I can spam fireball and get some pyro chains going and not have to worry about my ignite completely falling off the face of the earth. So my experience with the crit build so far has been really good. Single target spec. For AoE encounters, I've been trying out crit builds in like heroic and normal pugs, or the runs that we do with the guild and stuff like that. It's not that it's not viable, it's just that mastery still really does shine in AoE fights. Our mastery stacking still is the best thing to do for AoE fights. It's just the ignite damage is ridiculous. But for single target, running the standard talents we're running for single target right now, I never take meteor single target. Running kindling is a dream when you're critting that much. It's like your combustion is just up every time you want to use it. You don't have to be like, damn, my combustion's down, I gotta wait another 30 seconds or whatever to keep building my damage. Your damage is there regardless of combustion or not. Your combustion just adds that extra layer of like, I'm just spamming buttons now, I'm just hitting everything, I'm just doing a fuck ton of damage. But outside of combustion, that's really where I want to focus on with this video, because outside of combustion, our damage is really good. Like our single target damage is up there, it's constant. Our combustion damage spikes our damage on the meters. Like let's say you're just looking at the fucking damage meters and you're like, oh shit, I'm kind of sitting at 4th or 5th. Your combustion will put you back up to 3rd or whatever. But outside of your combustion, you're not falling from 5th to 11th or 5th to 15th. You're sitting there, it's constant. And that's what I think I like the most about crit build right now. I have been trying with Pyromaniac. I'm not used to popping combustion off the pull. I'm used to starting the fight off with Firestarter. Everything's critting, you're building up your ignite, and as soon as that boss hits 90.1%, you're popping combustion and you're continuing your crit chain. But yeah, crit build right now, loving it. I can't see why it's not going to be viable, if not the single target spec to play. I have a couple of sets here that I've been trying out. I have like my mythic set here. Been trying out like 2-piece, 4-piece, and then 4-piece Antorus, 2-piece T20. But generally speaking, I've been trying to just get as many pieces of crit as I can. I've been swapping out a couple of pieces for this ring specifically. I've been using, and it's not even enchanted properly. I've been using this ring specifically because it has a fuck ton of haste and it's also got crit on it. But the finicky thing with the crit build is that you need a certain, I've noticed personally, maybe it's just my playstyle, but like if you're at 20% haste, the crit build doesn't feel good at all. You need like the reason that my stats are like this right now, the reason I'm wearing this ring specifically again is because 23% for me seems to be the comfort zone. Anything less than that, I don't like it. Your cast times are too slow. Your character doesn't feel like, when I think of a fire mage, I think of like a damage dealer who's able to put out a fuck ton of damage immediately when you want it. You're casting things, you're highly mobile, you're just pumping out damage, and your things, like, you want them to hit the boss and you want them to refund you something that you can keep hitting the boss with. And this crit build is kind of like that. And with the haste, if you're wearing ring and you've got double lust and you've got berserking, you're just hitting things. Like, it's so hard to explain if you're not playing it, but the crit build just it's great. I love it. But yeah, I'm really happy with where fire mages are at right now. It sucks to see the 4-piece bonus not be so it's not like, the vanity of it kind of wears off after you get it, you know. It's like, oh shit, I'm doing, you know, 10% increased critical damage during my combustion, but it wears off. It's not the biggest, like, oh fuck, that's so cool thing in the game right now. I kind of wish they put it back up to, like, I don't know, 15 or 20 just to make it that much more during your combustion, but for the most part, it's good. The 4-piece I'm not insanely happy about. The 2-set, I didn't think it was going to be that big of a deal, but that extra 2 seconds is actually so key, because you'll notice now with your crit build that you're pumping out pyros so much that your legendary bracers are going to proc more, obviously, right? The more times you consume your hot streak procs, the more times you have a chance to proc your legendary, and you'll see you actually start getting the RNG gods that you hated once before start being like, all right, I'll give you more pyro procs, and it's nice. So, and again, with the crit build, your pyro procs are gonna crit most of the time. Like, when I'm running Root of Power and I'm like sitting there like, please crit, please crit. Usually with the crit build, it will crit, and you'll get that extra little juicy crit bonus off of it, and your ignite will just spike up. Like, I mean, that means that 100%. I can't really show you guys the crit build, but actually, I could take Firestarter off just for fun. I'm just gonna put Conflag on so I don't get extra power procs. But like, let's see. See, like, combustion, the length that it lasts right now is it's sick. Like, the extra, you'll see if I get like 4 procs in this combustion window, it's nasty. How many, like, I don't know, it's hard to explain, but your ignite outside of here, this is outside of combustion, okay? You're gonna notice that, like, my fireballs are just gonna crit more often than they're not gonna crit. Like, before you'd have to sit there and be like, okay, please, like, come on, please crit, please crit. But like, generally everything crits. Like, let's see if I can get this. See, those moments make it all worth it. Just that alone. This pyro chain that I just entered never happened in Tomb, and those little feel-good moments make the build really worth it. So I'm happy with where it's at. I'm not complaining. As for legendaries, just a little side note, I haven't been running belt that often. The last legendary I need for fire has to be the gloves. I've gotten every legendary except the gloves. Don't know why the game hates me that much, but yeah. So I've been running ring most of the fights. Double lust with the crit build is amazing. It's really good. Obviously, like, if you don't lust on the pull, it's kind of like a wasted legendary, and generally you'd swap to, you know, the belt or something. But I really can't wait to try gloves. Gloves plus 4-piece plus kindling is just going to be disgusting, in my opinion. I think it's going to be amazing. So that's where I'm currently at with fire and the crit build. I hope this kind of helped you guys. I hope, you know, if some of you were uneasy about whether or not this is viable, whether it's just not like a fad or some rumor that crit build is starting to be a thing again. In my opinion, I've been playing fire forever. I think it's here to stay. I don't think it's going to be going anywhere. I'm only wearing this trinket because we have people in the raid with that trinket on, but I'm still using the Sentinel Medallion when we don't have those trinkets in the raid. But anyways, hope this video helped. Comments, questions, whatever, feel free to let me know. That wasn't even English. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Peace.
Till the surface.